I've been trying to win this game for so long. Time is it?
All right, first game coming up
2:30,
later today.
damn.
Walk us through it, MP.
Look,
A city with tremendous history and a love for basketball. We are live in Paris. Good evening and welcome. We have FBSL action coming your way here on 2K Sports. Nanterre versus Paris. I'm Blake Siniga, joined by Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi. We should have a fun one here.
The FBSL season is young, and so is the talent here in Paris. I'm excited to see how Benoit Lambert looks this year, as well as the newcomer, MP.
MP, the latest American to jump over and join Paris FC's roster, and not an easy transition, fellas.
No, not at all, Blake, but this is the path MP chose. And we'll find out very quickly how he stacks up against some of the best young talent that France has to offer. And a lot of great talent on the floor in this one. But the big name has to be Benoit Lambert, really a guy that could play in the NBA one day.
Pass to Dumont.
Fuck.
Stolen by Marchand. Lambert with it. Guarded by Zadirko. Chauvet missing again. Here's Dumont. He's guarded by Peltier. Zadirko a screen. Goes up from the top of the key. Dumont, no good. Well, we don't know if Lambert has any intention to head over the pond to play in the United States, but the skill is certainly there.
Well, he's so young, but already has a claim as one of the best shooters in all of Europe. Very easy release, can hit shots with a hand in the face. He's the star on this Nanterre team, and he's got a bright future.
And so many of the prospects here in France dream of representing Les Bleus on the international stage.
The French national team is as great as it's ever been. You look around this league, and the level of prospects here and going into the NBA
Wow.
is as strong as any nation.
Already got 2 turnovers.
Yeah, 4-point game. Here's Chauvet. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. 1 for 3. Chauvet covering. Ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Chauvet. And Marchand with the stuff.
Now, something that's interesting, you kind of think about is the fitness level of these players at the professional level. It's something else. You don't realize how demanding the game is until you're here.
Everything is faster, and you have to push your body to match it. For young guys like MP and these other prospects, that can be a very tough adjustment.
Now here's Dumont. 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. Chauvet with a defensive effort. Nanterre with the ball. Down low. Lambert. He lets the block.
That's rim protection at its finest. Illich refusing to give up the easy basket.
Now about 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Dumont on the wing. He's guarded by Peltier.
What the fuck, dude? 4 turnovers.
And it's Paris FC basket to start out.
And a lot of great talent on the floor in this one. But the big name has to be Benoit Lambert, really a guy that could play in the NBA one day.
Now here's Illich. Lets the 3 fly. And Lambert pulls it down. Here's Chauvet. Pass to Marchand. Marks for 3. The rebound by Zadirko. Well, we don't know if Lambert has any intention to head over the pond to play in the United States, but the skill is certainly there.
Well, he's so young, but already
What?
Very easy release, can hit shots with a hand in his face. He's the star on this Nanterre team, and he's got a bright
How much is it?
future.
Yep, that goes.
I really like that shot.
Nice.
Forced the defense to guard all three levels, including the mid-range.
It's crossplay.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Offensive board.
You know, one thing for a lot of these young players, this is the first time they're going up against grown men.
The level of strength is something you cannot prepare for. When you face off against players that do this for a living, it's a little bit different than in youth programs.
And Illich is so composed in these situations, willing to take contact head on when he's trying to score.
And Nanterre Elite with possession. It's stolen by Ahern. Zadirko.
How, dude? How you missed that?
Picked his pocket. And now Paris on the break. And Dave Zadirko throws it down.
Big Dave Zadirko, bringing the noise.
Ball outside. Pass to Lambert. Back to Peltier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Dumont. Here's Lambert. And
Oh my God.
says the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And without a doubt, the star of this Nanterre Elite team is Benoit Lambert. He can shoot the lights out, fellas.
And we've talked about Lambert's shooting, but he has a polish to his game that you rarely see from players this young. It's a big reason why scouts are so excited to see him develop.
It's snatched up. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Using his size to his advantage. I like whenever Lambert crashes the board.
Left side, Illich. Buries it from three-point range.
That's a layup for him. So wide open.
Nanterre trailing. It's Peltier on the wing. Marchand. Pass to Chauvet. Here's Lambert. It's hauled in by Paris. And here we see the debut of MP, the guy who made his way over from Vermont in the United States.
What the
I'm
fuck?
interested to watch MP. He's looking to try and carve out a path.
Oh my
becoming a
gosh.
professional player, either here in Europe or back in the NBA. His agent urged him to come to France and develop his game.
For 3. And they grab their own miss. And Ahern gets it to go.
What a recovery by Ahern, earning that second chance look at the hoop.
And here's Chauvet. Pass to Marks. Back to Chauvet. Off target from three-point range. It's Paris leading. Zadirko a screen. And he lobs it up. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
An unreal alley-oop.
The pass, the catch, the dunk. Perfection.
And all of it had to be perfection. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look. Trust me.
Now here's Lambert. 5 points in the game. Outside Chauvet. 6 on the shot clock. Lambert can't get it to go. To the inside. Oh, and Illich with the jam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks just lost out
They
there.
get them a map, a GPS, a smartphone, get them something.
Yeah, this is threatening to truly get ugly.
And that does it for the first
This guy
quarter.
Cody ate all my
Paris
food.
FC basket ahead, leading by 6.
Cody.
And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Yeah, came over, ate all my food.
And welcome back as we get set to start the second quarter here in Paris. Both teams making some changes here. joining this team, they're trying to find their role in the rotation.
It's not always easy, how to fit in here in Europe. It's a really high level of play. It's especially difficult for those like MP who come from overseas.
New misses. Ahern outside.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Ledoux.
And Ledoux with a dunk.
Nobody among the defenders stepping up to the challenge and challenging on that drive.
And he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
He's just going to take that every time.
Oh, of course he will. And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
The monster dunk coming off a super pick play.
It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Great teamwork.
Yeah, that's a good physical play. You can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. Tim.
And the coach of this Paris FC team, Lane Graves, he worked his way through the ranks. He spent some time as an assistant coach in the NBA before relocating to Europe.
No doubt. Graves is an American coach, and that shows up a bit in the sets he draws up. But at the end of the day, he's proved that he knows his X's and O's.
And Chauvet picks up the foul.
That is his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here.
Chauvet covering.
To the middle.
And the dunk by Gasur.
Taking it to the rim.
It's overseas.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Indeed. Really piling on the lead.
Struggling.
Like that.
Now here's Marchand.
Yeah.
He hasn't yet put up any points.
No, this is like the backstory before I got drafted. I didn't finish it yet. I think it's an add-on to my career.
He is dangerous when he's shooting with confidence. Nice work rising and firing off the catch.
Puts up a three. Drains the three-pointer.
That shot becomes
I think I could.
when the D is so relaxed.
Is a part of the storyline or whatever.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter play. Inside, Lambert.
And Lambert with the slam.
Well, at almost 7 feet tall, Lambert can certainly hammer it home, especially when he's given ideal position.
And Paris tacks on 2 more. Here's Marchand. Pass to Girard. Lambert.
Sadirko defending.
Kick out to Chauvet.
The three-pointer
Wow.
is on target.
Well, out here in Europe, there are no shortage of sharpshooters. Chauvet showing off his long-range talent.
Gasur with the screen. And the dunk by Gasur.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and he'll have that ball there waiting for him.
Now Chauvet.
7 points in the game. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Marchand outside.
Here's the pick. Shot clock at 5.
And a basket by Girard.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Here's Dumont for 3.
He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of play.
Paris FC basket ahead.
Up 3. And we've got more in store for you right after this.
Good to have you back with us for this matchup between Nanterre Elite and Paris FC Basket. The second half just getting underway. One thing we can be sure of, there will be plenty of scouts in the stands for all of these games.
Yeah, the French League is a hotbed for talent, and scouts from all over will be watching. There's a chance several of these players make the jump to a bigger club, or even, dare I say, the NBA.
Picture perfect alley-oop. You gotta love it.
A little surprised he didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the
Hey,
same.
Blake, 2 points is 2 points.
You nailed it, Tim. 2 points is 2 points. And look, it almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power. You don't always have to flush it down.
Now here's Chauvet. Peltier. Yes, and a nice assist from Chauvet.
That's a nice job getting it done inside by Peltier. You know, I'd like to see a little more of that from him.
Pass to Illich. And he lobs it up.
Oh, come on, bro.
It'll go to Nanterre.
You got to ask, where was he going with that pass? Awful turnover.
Nanterre trailing. Marshall outside. Screen by Lambert. To the middle. The lead pass was put in just the right spot to produce the layup.
Well, everybody knows that Lambert can do work outside, but what you might forget is he's got no trouble scoring inside as well.
Pass to Ahern. Lamont. Shoots over Peltier.
What the
Comes off the front of
fuck?
the rim. Down low. Here's Marchand. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. From outside the arc. They get it again. Misses the baby hook. Nanterre with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Good work defensively by Illich. Harris with the lead. Here's Zadirko. Oh, rejected by Lambert. Here's Marchand. Yes.
Oh.
Assist from Chauvet.
What a smooth finish.
And that's why they always love seeing him on the end of those breaks.
You have hops like that, you can finish a break.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Chauvet covering.
Oh my God.
And we're well into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes
Jesus.
Man, Chauvet was just calling for that one. He was confident in that shot.
played. Harris trailing. And another miss by Paris. And so here's Nanterre. Peltier outside. That one is off. Pass break Paris. And stolen by Lambert. Pass to Marks. Peltier outside. Misses the three. Guarded by Lambert. Ahern outside. Shot to stop the drought. Harris FC basket with another miss. Left side Chauvet. It's Marks on the wing. Pass to Marshall.
Oh my goodness. Up 6.
For
Fuck.
Marchand, these high percentage looks are so valuable. He can confidently convert on them.
Teams will make substitutions. Now Paris FC basket with it. And not a surprise to see the damage that Lambert has done in comparison to MP.
Well, there's a reason why Lambert is the star of this team. He offers so much of his skill, and when he gets hot, look out.
Peltier outside. Lambert. And he uses the glass on the layup.
We're seeing a big night from Lambert. With every bucket, that draft stock goes up. The combination of size and shooting is tantalizing.
There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, Illich with the jam. And Bogey Illich might not be the player he once was, but he can still be a factor.
and the burst he used to have is replaced by his leadership on the floor. Much like his twin brother Lazar, who he replaced in Madrid, Ilic is a guy who has found success throughout the years and knows how to win.
Pass to Marks. Over Ahern. Harris grabs the miss.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation.
Now Ilic. And Ilic with the dunk.
Oh, dunk on Ilic, turning back the clock.
Outside Chauvet. Pass to Lambert. Good work defensively by Zadirko. And here's Dumal.
Off target from outside.
Closing down on leads is done by making smart plays on offense and taking care of the rock. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one. You can catch the defense napping when you make a strong pass like that in transition, and you want to make them pay when they do.
Drills it from outside.
He's just so reliable, guys. His offense doesn't come and go. It's always there.
Manter in the lead.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
All for three.
He can't get it to go.
They had some box coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss that sort of look very often.
Peltier. Back to Marchand.
Are you serious? Fuck.
Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Nice defense on Marchand. He just plows his way through to the hoop.
To the inside.
Ilic. Oh, and Ilic with the jam.
Excellent use of the screen and roll. Ilic's experience really helps him in these sets.
Nails it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
When you talk about getting back into a game, another three-pointer from him getting that much closer.
Well, he knows all about that. I mean, most of his points.
Whoa.
Shot today.
And they're going to need a few more
Fuck.
to make this game closer.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Marks with the ball. Over Ahern.
Oh my god.
Peltier. Guarded by Dumal.
Shot clock at 6.
Screened by Lambert.
Another shot. Pulled the shot.
Wow, dude.
Moves his way.
Unbelievable.
Shot clock. A precise
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What's your take, guys?
I guess they're not yet willing to give up.
I have to quit. Game over. Fuck, dude.
They have no quit in them. I'll give them that.
And you have to respect that, I suppose. Most teams, most coaches would be moving on from this one already.
From the arc.
Fuck. Man.
And as the final buzzer sounds, it's going to be Nanterre Elite walk.
MP, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Happy to be here.
How are you adjusting to the...
They play hard here in France, and everyone's a pro.
Okay, so despite the adjustment, you managed to play better.
Yeah.
Yeah, my focus is always going to be on winning.
It's on the hardest difficulty.
Pete, I want to put a little something in your ear, okay?
You really need to give that snooze button a break, Boggy.
You say nothing.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, MP.
An iconic view of the medieval architecture and waterways of Strasbourg, France. Hello, everyone, and welcome to 2K Sports coverage of the FBSL. I'm Blake Suniga with Tim Sports and Brian Beneficeni. As Paris FC hitting the road to face Strasbourg Basket Pro.
I think this is going to be a great one, Blake. Both Paris and Strasbourg have a lot of young talent.
What?
No shortage of up and down action tonight.
That's right, and two of the biggest names for their respective teams, MP and Vincent Leduc.
Quite frankly, those are the guys everyone is here to see. Leduc, easily one of the top prospects in France right now. And then you got MP, an up-and-comer from the United States who's been making a case for himself. This is a great test for both of them on a stage full of curious eyes.
Well, you know, we've seen some great playmakers come out of France before, but Vincent Ledoux might be the best of them when he's finished with his career.
Now here's Miller. Leduc for three. The rebound by Zadirko.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Looked good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
To the inside. Elich with the bucket. As you said, Leduc, an incredible playmaker, and his feel for the game is something that has him rated as one of the top prospects in the league.
Well, the he displays is unreal. When you have a player so young to have such a strong understanding of space and passing, that's something that coaches dream about.
And when you look around the NBA, it's not hard to find a French player who got their start in this league.
And I think that is in part probably because of the way that France has developed their basketball program. But it also speaks volumes for the way this league can prepare players to make that jump over to the NBA.
Back to Zadirko.
Oh my goodness.
Here's Leduc. And fouled hard that time, and he'll get 2 shots at the line. It goes on.
Oh my god.
That one falls, so he hits them both.
You look at the potential they do, it's through the roof.
The way he can facilitate is rare. He's not there quite yet, but you could see him having the type of vision that LeBron, Jokic, and Chris Paul have. It's got that kind of potential.
Clock at 6. He's covered by Leduc. Misses from the corner. To the paint. Here's the sword. Yes, and it's Roquefort with the assist that time.
Well, the defense has to bring more effort against Bashir down there, or else he's going to just torch him inside.
Ahern outside. Back to Dumont. And there's a whistle. It goes on Miller. That is his first foul of the game. That three-pointer is on target.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed.
And you look at the Strasbourg team, they aren't title favorites by any means, but they can compete.
Well, they lack the overall depth that you need to compete for an EBA championship, but they play so well with Ledoux running the show.
Wow.
I think anything is possible here.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points.
Yeah. I think they're going to load tomorrow.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Screened by Elich.
Nah. Chilling, not much. Let's go! Alley-oop, baby.
Big Dave Zadirko, bringing the noise.
Miller outside. Outside Leduc.
Wow, this guy's cooking me, dog. This guy fucking cooking me.
With a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Pass to Elich. Oh, Elich with the jam.
And we know the backstory with MP. I think he views his time.
I need to figure out highlights.
in France as a way to prove to others that he can play at an elite level.
And we don't know if that's in Europe or back in the United States, but you just get the feeling from MP that this stint is a bit of a showcase.
Oh my God, this guy's cooking me.
As the threes keep dropping for him, he'll keep firing them.
As he should. When you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, why not?
The teammates just keep feeding the hot hand.
It's stolen by Miller. Outside Leduc. Roquefort for three. He can't get it to go. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter
Damn.
comes to a close.
My Duke is killing me.
Strasburg Basket Pro ahead. They're up by 4. And welcome back to the second quarter of this matchup here. Harris making a change here.
My Duke is killing me, dog.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far.
And for some of these athletes coming in from overseas, it can be quite the culture shock.
It's not easy to adjust to a team in a city you don't know with a language you don't speak.
Ooh.
Grow up moment, if you will, but those who make it can flourish.
Hammering down the alley-oop. The veteran Illich still has some springs in those legs.
Strasburg trailing.
Inside.
Oh, I got beat. Fuck.
With one hand and flushes it.
That's how it's done. Find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It was. A tight game like this one, you would think that they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end, but...
Oh my God, dude.
Roquefort.
To the middle.
Oh, fuck.
And that one's good. Leon.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other, shot for shot, play for play.
Man, I hope this game keeps on going forever. And with Coach Lane Graves for Paris FC, this is a bit of a chance for him to showcase what he can do as a coach.
Well, if Coach Graves can lead this team in the EBA tournament, he'll turn some heads for sure. It's not easy to do with such a young roster, but the talent, it's there.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in this second quarter.
Lemieux doesn't take a soft approach. If he has to deal with contact, it doesn't really bother him much.
Pass to Illich.
And he's going for the alley-oop.
Nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
The lob, the slam, a work of art.
I hope there's a genie here, because if there is, I wish really badly that we get to see a few more of those.
But with all the youth that Paris FC has, you would think that they lean on their vets, but they've got some young guys really stepping up.
Yeah, very quickly, guys like MP and other younger players have found ways to contribute. Kind of seems like Paris FC gets stronger every time they take the court.
Pass to Portier.
5 to shoot.
Pass to Illich. Zadirko outside.
And the 3 off target.
Strasburg leading. Here's Leon. Now Miller.
Quiet so far offensively. Searching for his first points in the game.
The power from Boucher. Look at a little statement there.
The way this roster is constructed for Strasburg. They need to do a lot of their damage with the starting five.
Well, the on-off numbers for Ledoux are pretty startling. There's a lot of talent on the bench for Strasburg, but I'm not sure if it's quite game ready just yet.
Oh, there's the alley.
Illich, no good.
Maybe tried to get a little too fancy on that one.
Yeah, unless the alley-oop is wide open, never a good idea to force it.
You said that right. Well, there could be some luck involved in offensive rebounding unless you're as good as he is. And those tip-ins, they're just pure skill.
From outside the arc. And another miss by Paris. Down low. Monsieur. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we've reached halftime in this one. Strasburg Basket Pro ahead. Up 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. The third quarter is now underway here between Paris and Strasburg. And here's Paris. Trailing here by 8. And for guys that have played or watched both this league and the NBA, there are some stark differences.
Yeah, no doubt. Europe is a lot less isolation, much more team-oriented play. And really, you talk about the skill of these players. Pretty much everybody can hit a jumper from distance as well.
Pass to Zadirko. And here's Elish. The 3. A rebound by Roquefort. Strasburg with the ball. 10-point lead. This is their biggest lead. Now here's Lemieux. Here's Miller. Pass to Roquefort. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And we've seen MP start to adjust to the speed of the French league, looking much more comfortable.
Oh, listen, guys, it can be rough when you first start playing the game professionally. But MP has got his fitness right and has the look of a pro player now.
Wow, Zadirko with 3 key words. Get off me.
Now here's Miller. Guarded by Dumont. And we're just about a minute and a half into this third quarter of basketball. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Drills it from outside.
Hard to stop, guys. He possesses a ton of matchup problems for anyone.
Miller with the ball. Guarded by Zadirko. And Miller finishing it off.
I like watching Miller take charge like this, seeing the lane and going right into it.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Puts up a 3. Great D that time from Leduc.
I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
The D may have done just enough there.
It's good.
A huge scoring night for Leduc. We're seeing why most are saying he'll be a first-round pick. Another gem from France.
For 3. A rebound by Roquefort.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to.
To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. The baseline, Jay, off the mark. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Unselfish play by Ahern. If your shot isn't there, you got to give it away.
Here's Leduc. That's good, and Lemieux with the assist.
They've hardly needed anyone else to get out to this lead. He's provided almost all their offense.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Well, Paris needs Ahern's scoring from all over the floor. His three-point shooting can trigger their entire attack.
Here's Leduc. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. And this is his 3rd and 4th. Strasburg Basket Pro calling timeout. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. He's covered by Leduc. There's the triple. Strasburg with the rebound.
Maybe he thinks he can shoot his way out of this cold spell, but me personally, I don't think that's the case. Somebody tell him it's time to give up the three.
Harris trailing. And what a show we've seen from Leduc. MP unable to keep pace with him.
And it's incredible how easy Ledoux has made it look. The vision, the scoring, it has all been on display tonight.
Here's Leduc.
From 15 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Now Paris FC basket with it. He's covered by Leduc. Good work defensively by Vasseur.
Pass to Miller.
Outside Leduc. Lemuel. And here's Miller. Outside Vasseur.
More on the clock.
Here's Leduc. Again, the miss by Strasburg Basket Pro. Here's Dumont. A rebound by Vasseur. Strasburg leading.
To the paint.
Stolen by Elich. He's covered by Leduc.
The tray knocks down the three ball.
And they are just killing them with the three-point shot here in the second half.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. They're fully stretched out there trying to stop the three and still haven't been able to do it.
I don't know defensively what they can do different at this point.
For once a routine shot, he looked a little nervous on the release.
Miller with some nice speed. Strasburg on offense.
There's the three. Beyond the arc.
And Elich pulls it down. He's covered by Leduc. Outside Dumont.
Out to the left wing. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
Strasburg with the ball.
The lead is 2. Shoots from the line. And he misses it off the right side of the rim.
Pass to Ahern.
Cans the three.
Oh, yep. SFC basket desperately needed points, and it's Ahern providing that.
And Strasburg Basket Pro calling timeout.
Looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Yeah, I think in a possible 2-for-1 situation, this next play they run, it's going to be interesting to see what they go with. No room for error.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Outside Leduc.
Pulls it from the elbow. Can't cash in. And they commit the intentional foul, and we'll see another one of those so that they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, they had to do that. You just can't let them dribble it out.
Definitely. Got to stop the clock any way possible and just hope they short arm a few of their free throws.
It's a good foul, and it's a good point in this situation to make them hit their shots.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that will put them up 2.
GGS.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the three to tie.
Miller left side.
They can tie it.
That's going to put a ribbon on this one. Harris FC comes into town and secures the win.
Well, when you got a young team like Paris is, it's never easy.
I thought I won the game. God. Outperform. Win the game.
Tip-off goes to Strasburg.
Well, you know, we've seen some great playmakers come out of France before, but Vincent Ledoux might be the best of them when he's finished with his career.
Ledoux for three. Good for the basket, starting off 1-for-1 with that catch.
Clean three-point shot from Ledoux. Focused and under control.
As you said, Leduc, an incredible playmaker, and his feel for the game is something that has him rated as one of the top prospects in the league.
Well, the vision he displays is unreal. When you have a player so young to have such a strong understanding of space and passing, that's something that coaches dream about.
Now here's Leduc. Outside Vasseur. Lemuel.
Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a three.
Wow.
Hits again from deep.
That was an absolute missile. Ledoux showing just how far his range expands. You look at the potential of Ledoux, it's through the roof.
The way he can facilitate is rare. He's not there quite yet, but you could see him having the type of vision that LeBron, Jokic, and Chris Paul have. It's got that kind of potential.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the first quarter.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
And he banks in the way up.
Great move by Ledoux. This Rockford team, they love when he looks for a shot.
Screen by Illich.
There's the lob to the hoop. Tries to save it. Here we go, one-on-one.
Leduc can't hit.
Golden opportunity to finish the break, and he botches it.
You simply can't be missing finishes like that. It's inexcusable.
And when you look around the NBA, it's not hard to find a French player who got their start in this league.
And I think that is in part probably because of the way that France has developed their basketball program. But it also speaks volumes for the way this league can prepare players to make that jump over to the NBA.
Now here's Miller.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first quarter.
Outside Leduc.
Just 5 to shoot.
Ahern with the rebound. Paris trailing.
Up the floor. Zadirko, good.
Wow, Zadirko with 3 key words. Get off me.
Miller outside.
To the inside.
Leduc.
In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 of 7 shooting and looking for more.
He ran his man right into the screen to open up the lane to the hoop. And we know the backstory with MP. I think he's used his time in France as a way to prove to others that he can play at an elite level.
And we don't know if that's in Europe or back in the United States, but you just get the feeling from MP that this stint is a bit of a showcase for the rest of his career.
Pass to Vasseur. Leduc.
Offline with the 3.
Now Illich. Vasseur defending.
Count that bucket.
Using his size around the rim. Illich cashing in for 2, playing big for Paris.
Now Leduc. Back to Vasseur.
Pass to Miller.
It's hauled in by Paris. Here's Ahern.
No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
For 3, Lemuel.
Drains the 3-pointer.
Total control on the long-range shot. Lemieux had it dialed in just how he likes it.
The 3.
A rebound by Vasseur. Rumford outside. Back to Visior.
And the shot goes in.
They carried out the plan perfectly that time around.
And so the first quarter in the books.
Strasburg Basket Pro ahead. And welcome back to the second quarter of this matchup. And Harris making a change here. Pass to Blanchet.
There's a screen inside. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And for some of these athletes coming in from overseas, it can be quite the culture shock.
It's not easy to adjust to a team in a city you don't know with a language you don't speak. It's a bit of a time to grow up moment, if you will, but those who make it can flourish.
Guarded by Lambert.
Excellent use of the screen and roll. Elich's experience really helps him in these sets.
Here's Mayon.
He's got 5.
Langford outside. Pass to Lemuel.
Shoots from the right block, and he hits the jump shot.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way. He's got all types of tricks up his sleeve.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Elich, no good.
But with all the youth that Paris FC has, you would think that they lean on their vets, but they've got some young guys really stepping up.
Yeah, very quickly, guys like MP and other younger players have found ways to contribute. Kind of seems like Paris FC gets stronger every time they take the court.
Pass to Visior. And Lambert is going to pick up the foul.
That's his first foul.
On defense, Strasburg. Paris FC basket with another miss. Strasburg leading. Outside Visior.
Shot clock at 5.
Ahern with the rebound. The way this roster is constructed for Strasburg, they need to do a lot of their damage with the starting 5.
Well, the on-off numbers for Ledoux are pretty startling. There's a lot of talent on the bench for Strasburg, but I'm not sure if it's quite game ready just yet.
Stolen by Portier.
Zadirko with it.
Visior covering.
Lets the 3 fly.
Strasburg with the rebound. To Leon. That's good, and Lemieux with the assist.
Very clever passing. He put the ball on a silver platter for him.
And if they time it right, they can end this quarter with a little 2-for-1.
And that's how you really want to end a quarter.
He locks up the alley-oop pass.
What an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they just love to run.
And they've probably done it in practice 1,000 times.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish. Laying it in for the 2 points works just fine. Because, Tim, you've said this before. 2 points is 2 points.
Shots good by Roquefort.
Showing he has a jumper in his arsenal. I like when big men like Donald Roquefort show off their touch.
From downtown, that'll do it for the first half.
Strasburg Basket Pro ahead.
They lead by 7. And we'll see you right after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The third quarter is now underway here between Paris and Strasburg. And for guys that have played or watched both this league and the NBA, there are some stark differences.
Yeah, no doubt. Europe, there's a lot less isolation, much more team-oriented play. And really, you talk about the skill of these players, pretty much everybody can hit a jumper from distance as well.
And he drops in the layup off glass.
And at almost 7 feet tall, working to someone who has to box out. He really earned that offensive rebound.
He's covered by Leduc.
To the inside.
And stolen by Roquefort. There's Lemieux, plenty of space.
Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Good pass work. The assist was right on target.
Drops in the tray.
Nice offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage.
And here's Strasburg.
8-point game.
And with Coach Wayne Graves for Paris FC, this is a bit of a chance for him to showcase what he can do as a coach.
Well, if Coach Graves can lead this team in the EBA tournament, he'll turn some heads for sure. It's not easy to do with such a young roster, but the talent, it's there.
A rebound by Roquefort.
Over a minute and a half into this third quarter action.
On the wing, Miller. Started by Dumont. And Miller finishing it off.
Well, what a slam right there by Miller. The defense cannot allow Quinton to get that close to the bucket.
Outside Dumont.
6 to shoot. The three is up.
And they grab their own miss.
Yep, that goes.
Well, defensively, you got to get a body on Zadirko and box him out. He's a very large dude out there.
And we've seen MP start to adjust to the speed of the French league, looking much more comfortable.
Oh, listen, guys, it can be rough when you first start playing the game professionally. But MP has got his fitness right and has the look of a pro player now. He's carrying a lot of the load offensively, and that's always good news for him.
Pass to Ahern.
Down low. Tipped.
Elich. He's guarded by Roquefort. And here's Dumont.
Miller pulls it in.
Outside to Sieur. Now here's Lemieux.
Miller
Back to Lemieux.
to the wing on the left.
Here's Leduc. Harris grabs the miss. What a show we've seen from Leduc. MP unable to keep pace with him.
And it's incredible how easy Ledoux has made it look. The vision, the scoring, it has all been on display tonight.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. Working around, getting easier shots.
The three ball. The rebound by Zadirko. Throws it up high.
And stolen by Roquefort.
To the paint.
Monsieur. Kept alive.
He's not a guy who misses his dunks unless he's got a man right in his face like he did right there. That's some rugged defensive work.
Paris FC basket with another miss. Strasburg with the ball.
This is the most they've led by. 13 points.
Outside Leduc. Monsieur with the screen. Leduc.
And he muscles it in through the contact. They call the We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth.
Now here's Miller. Guarded by Dumont. Leduc for three.
Buries the long-range jumper.
You gotta appreciate the decisiveness Ledoux showed there. He knows he has the green light to fire off the catch.
To the middle.
The Sewer with the steal.
And they're pushing it up.
Going for three. Yes, and it's Roquefort with the assist that time.
A big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose, guys.
And that goes for both ends of the floor. They've been controlling the action everywhere.
Just dominant.
Looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
You have to make sure your feet are set. When you set those screens, or they'll get you for it.
I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I'm not afraid to say that I think maybe they got that one wrong.
It could go either way.
Now here's Lemuel. Monsieur with the screen. Here's the three. Leduc can't hit. Now here's Dumal.
Not a lot of room. Bangs home the trifecta.
As some players, you can give that shot. He's not one of them. Terrible job by the defense.
And here's Strasburg.
At one point, they led by 16.
A huge scoring night for Leduc. We're seeing why most are saying he'll be a first-round pick. Another gem from France.
And the play stops. Whistle on what looks like an illegal screen. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Covered by Leduc.
Lets it go from deep.
Another three for Paris.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Now Visior.
There's a screen.
Pass to Roquefort. It's good. The assist that time from Visior.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
They are just not backing off, and they're going to close.
So Strasburg Basket Pro wins the tip.
Well, you know, we've seen some great playmakers come out of France before, but Vincent Ledoux might be the best of them when he's finished with his career. Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief to get those first points out of the way and up on the board.
Yeah, let's play some basketball.
Pass to Ahern. Pass to Illich.
Parked down low that time and got hit with the 3-second call.
As you said, Leduc, an incredible playmaker, and his feel for the game is something that has him rated as one of the top prospects in the league.
Well, the vision he displays is unreal. When you have a player so young, to have such a strong understanding of space and passing, that's something that coaches dream about.
And he lobs it up towards the rim. And Dave Zadirko throws it down.
Big Dave Zadirko bringing the noise.
And just about a minute into this first quarter.
Pass to Leduc. Now Lemuel
For three.
and Illich pulls it down. And when you look around the NBA, it's not hard to find a French player who got their start in this league.
And I think that is in part probably because of the way that France has developed their basketball program. But it also speaks volumes for the way this league can prepare players to make that jump over to the NBA.
Here's Leduc. Now here's Roquefort. Visior.
Zadirko defending.
The kick out to Leduc.
Clock is at 3. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Strasburg leans on Leduc for his passing, but don't overlook his ability to score from just about anywhere.
Zadirko a screen.
And he lobs it up. And Dave Zadirko throws it down.
What fantastic communication between teammates on the alley-oop.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
It was almost telepathic.
Telepathic, I think that's a good way to describe it. Both ends of that play were fantastic.
Now here's Miller. Pass to Leduc.
From the arc.
It's rebounded by Dumont.
Oh, you look at the potential they do. It's through the roof.
The way he can facilitate is rare. He's not there quite yet, but you could see him having the type of vision that LeBron, Jokic, and Chris Paul have. It's got that kind of potential.
Now here's Leduc.
He's got 8. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Harris trailing.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Defended by Miller.
Clock at 6. Down low.
Elich. Some solid defense there from Roper.
Here's Miller.
Outside Leduc.
Takes the 3.
And Elich pulls it down.
And we know the backstory with MP. I think he's used his time in France as a way to prove to others that he can play at an elite level.
And we don't know if that's in Europe or back in the United States, but you just get the feeling from MP that this stint is a bit of a showcase for the rest of his career.
The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Excellent use of the screen and roll. Elich's experience really helps him in these sets.
And here's Strasburg.
They trail by 1. Elich the block. And even 3-on-3 break.
Here's Dumont from the arc. Strasburg with the rebound. Outside Lemuel.
Shoots the 3. That one doesn't drop.
Defended by Miller. Dumont on the wing.
He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Gets it to go from downtown.
Now you can trust Dumont to make the right read and send a pass to where it needs to go.
Miller outside. Pass to Leduc. Lemuel. Back to Leduc.
Shoots a fader. And we've reached the end of the first quarter.
Paris FC basket ahead.
They're up by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
And welcome back to the second quarter of this matchup here in Strasbourg. And for some of these athletes coming in from overseas, it can be quite the culture shock.
It's not easy to adjust to a team in a city you don't know with a language you don't speak. It's a bit of a time to grow up moment, if you will, but those who make it can flourish.
And it's out of bounds. Strasbourg will retain possession.
A nice play to get a hand to that pass and tip it out of bounds.
He was just a hair away from coming up with the steal there.
So close.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Miller.
Again, the miss by Strasbourg Basket Pro.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter.
Right side, Elich. Portier. He's guarded by Roquefort.
Shoots from the baseline.
Miller with some nice speed. For 3, Lemuel. Harris grabs the miss. The way this roster is constructed for Strasbourg, they need to do a lot of their damage with the starting 5.
Well, the on-off numbers for Ledoux are pretty startling. There's a lot of talent on the bench for Strasbourg, but I'm not sure if it's quite game ready just yet.
To the inside. Illich with the bucket.
Using his size around the rim. Illich cashing in for 2, playing big for Paris.
And Lambert with the slam.
Solid on the one-hand slam.
And when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
2 easy points.
Yeah, he's an extremely reliable finisher.
Pass to Vasseur. And the dunk by Vasseur.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Which adds to their lead in spectacular fashion.
2 points the fancy way.
Yeah, the fancy way. I like the fancy way, right? Who doesn't? And that lead's only going to get bigger, though, if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Here's Leol. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
And with Coach Wayne Graves for Paris FC, this is a bit of a chance for him to showcase what he can do as a coach.
Well, if Coach Graves can lead this team in the EBA tournament, he'll turn some heads for sure. It's not easy to do with such a young roster, but the talent, it's there.
And Illich with the dunk.
Hammering down the alley-oop. The veteran Illich still has some springs in those legs.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Leon. The rebound by Vasseur. Paris with the lead. Vasseur with the screen. To the paint. And stolen by Lambert. Here's Leon. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him out there.
And that was not a good reaction from the defense.
They look real slow.
Inside. Vasseur. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And it goes on Lambert.
Well, with all the youth that Paris FC has, you would think that they lean on their vets, but they've got some young guys really stepping up.
Yeah, very quickly, guys like MP and other younger players have found ways to contribute. Kind of seems like Paris FC gets stronger every time they take the court.
Down low. Here's Zadirko. That one falls. Nice feed from DeMol.
Well, at just about 250 pounds, the Zadirko can be a wrecking ball in close.
Outside Vasseur. Ledoux for 3. He's now made half of his 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
I mean, it's pretty simple at this point. They cannot afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Paris FC basket ahead. Up 6. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. The third quarter is now underway here between Paris and Strasbourg. And for guys that have played or watched both this league and the NBA, there are some stark differences.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, Europe is a lot less isolation, much more team-oriented play. And really, you talk about the skill of these players, pretty much everybody can hit a jumper from distance as well.
Pass to Dumal. Five on the clock. Here's Illich. Shoots it. A rebound by Roker. Strasbourg trailing. Miller outside. Pass to Ledoux. Floats one, and the basket is good.
Making a difficult shot look easy. Ledoux has a great feel for when he should dial up the floater.
He's covered by Ledoux. There's the lob for the hoop, and Dave Zadirko throws it down.
And we've seen MP start to adjust to the speed of the French League, looking much more comfortable.
Oh, listen, guys, it can be rough when you first start playing the game professionally. But MP has got his fitness right and has the look of a pro player now.
Now here's Leduc.
He's got 15. Takes it from 10.
Harris grabs the miss.
The D should thank him for that miss.
Outside Elich.
Takes the 3. Miller pulls it in.
Pass to Leduc. Shoots over Elich.
The rebound by Zadirko.
He's covered by Leduc. Screen by Elich. Outside Dumont.
Throws it up high.
Leduc with the steal.
Lets it fly. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, a little undersized at the center spot, but Vasseur is very mobile.
Both teams deciding to change it up, so neither attempt will fall for him that time.
Drive by Dumont.
It's deflected. Strasburg on the break.
And the basket by Leduc.
A huge scoring night for Leduc. We're seeing why most are saying he'll be a first-round pick. Another gem from France.
Zadirko a screen.
Rejected by Vasseur. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses, and he'll shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And here's Strasburg.
Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
Leduc gets the bucket.
That 3 puts them well within striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working for him.
You bet he has. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ballgame.
Let's see if they can get it in even closer.
And it's Dumont missing. What a show we've seen from Leduc. MP unable to keep pace with him.
And it's incredible how easy Ledoux has made it look. The vision, the scoring, it has all been on display tonight.
Now here's Ahern.
Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Putting up a fight inside. Ahern manages to overcome the contact with ease.
Here's Mayon. And out of bounds, Harris will take it. Harris with the lead. Outside Dumont. Now here's Ahern.
Clock at 4.
Harris FC basket with another miss. Leduc for 3. It's hauled in by Paris.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Out to the right wing. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
And here's Strasburg.
Hey, who got him?
Doesn't go for him.
Ahern outside.
Connects from three-point range.
Very well done. Confident and composed as always.
Now Leduc.
Yeah, you can't say enough about what Vincent Leduc does on the floor. He's got an innate ability to find ways to score and also get his teammates good looks.
And so he hits both. And here's Dumal. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. The layup miss. A one-on-one situation. Lemieux with it. Picked up by Ahern. Back to Miller. 14 feet out. Harris grabs the miss. To the inside. The Sewer with the steal. Pass to Leduc. With the fadeaway. No good there. And here's Paris. 8-point game. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now for this fourth quarter. Count it.
They ran his man right into the screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
It's good.
Just rising and firing in the mid-range. Leduc making it look easy.
He's covered by Leduc. Pass to Ahern. Off the mark there with the three.
He should have missed those, but it happens to the best of them.
Fires from 14. Again, Leduc missing. To the middle. Nice shot by Elich.
What a passing display he's putting on.
He is spoiling us. Just another fantastic assist for the highlight reel.
Leduc for three. Again, Leduc missing. Zanirko a screen. That's going to put a ribbon on this one. Paris FC comes into town and secures the win.
Well, when you got a young team like Paris is, it's never easy to get a win on the road. They showed a lot of grit and fight, the way they battled it out.
And for MP, nice for this team to get a win over Leduc with so many fans in attendance.
And this win doesn't necessarily mean that MP is going to jump Leduc on prospect boards or anything, but he certainly showed that he has a lot to offer, and he continues to develop his game.
And that's a wrap, everyone. For Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, this is Blake Suniga saying thanks for watching.
Vincent Leduc is considered one of France's best playmakers, but you thoroughly outplayed him tonight. What does that say?
Look, I have a ton of respect for guys in this league, guys like Vince. That's why I'm here. Because going up against these guys is going to make me a better basketball player. So to outplay someone like Vince, that means I'm on the right track. And it makes me want to work even harder.
On top of outplaying Leduc, you helped lead Paris to victory. Talk about it.
My job is to do whatever this team needs.
And lastly, you put together quite the highlight reel tonight. What prompted such enthusiastic play?
Ms. Mueller, at the end of the day, this is a game.
How was the escargot?
Austin, bro, them things was...
In tonight's matchup against Marseille, you get a first.
Yeah, well, they call him the...
This is a do-or-die game for Paris FC Basque.
Yeah, well, the EBAs don't start in...
What a view of Paris. We are live here in one of the world's most iconic cities for tonight's game. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us for tonight's FBSL action between Paris FC and Marseille. I'm Blake Zuniga with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi. Guys, this should be a fun one.
It's old versus new here. It's an interesting one. Veteran Marseille on one side, looking to steal a win against the youth movement, Paris FC.
And tonight, Paris needs this victory to qualify for the EBA tournament.
Well, certainly a lot on the line for MP and the rest of the Paris squad. But I know that Louis Dupont and Marseille would love the chance to play the spoiler here in front of a rowdy Parisian crowd.
So really, guys, so much on the line tonight for Paris FC. A win here against Marseille, and they'll punch their ticket to the EBA tournament. But if they lose, that's the end of their championship aspirations for this year. Hard to stop, guys. He possesses a ton of matchup problems for anyone.
Screen by Illich. To the inside. Fakes it off the glass.
Using his size around the rim. Illich cashing in for two, playing big for Paris.
You get the feeling that MP is going to do everything in his power to get this Paris team into the tournament.
For MP, it's not just about getting to the tournament. He wants to win the whole thing. And usually a team from France has as good of a chance as any to make some noise there. There are some great teams in Spain and Turkey as well. But from what I've seen, they could do it.
And without a doubt, this Marseille squad belongs to Louis Dupont. Really a gifted finisher, one of the best finishers in all of Europe.
He's the heartbeat of this team, and he is their leader. Marseille can go as far as Dupont takes them. And the way he's played all season, the sky is the limit for L'Aigle.
Pass to Zadirko. Dumont. And here's Illich. Defended by Bourgeois. And he's going up for the hoop here.
Picture perfect alley-oop. You gotta love it.
A little surprised he didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Blake, 2 points is 2 points.
You nailed it, Tim. 2 points is 2 points. And look, it almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power. You don't always have to flush it down.
And we knew coming into this season that Marseille would be strong, but they really turned it on down the stretch.
No doubt. I mean, Dupont has led the way, taking his game to another level the last few weeks. Overall, the entire team, they've surpassed their fans' expectations already.
Now here's Barrow. Outside Bourgeois. Dupont for three. A rebound by Zadirko. Paris trailing. Now about 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the middle. It's stolen by Parker. In transition, here's Marseille. Here's Dupont. Yep, that one goes.
Around the basket is where Dupont really excels.
Guarded by Dupont. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Clock at 6. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the three ball. And it's a tie ball game.
Well, you look at the path Paris FC took to get to this point. The youngsters on the team have stepped up big time.
Well, whenever this team has looked out of gas, guys like MP have stepped up and found ways to keep them going. It's kind of a Cinderella story, but they feel that they're far from midnight.
Pass to Zadirko. Dumont. Missed inside. Dupont with it. Barrow outside. Shoots over Dumont. Barrow gets the bucket.
Well, when Barrow is nailing mid-range jumpers, it helps keep the defense off balance.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, and Illich with the jam.
Hammering down the alley-oop. the veteran Illich still has some springs in those legs.
Now here's Breezeball. D, you're right on him. And 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
And slam dunk by Bourgeois.
What a passing display he's putting on.
He is spoiling us. Just another fantastic assist for the highlight reel.
Screen by Illich. Inside. Bourgeois with the steal. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter.
Marseille basketball out in front.
Up by 2.
Welcome back to Paris for the second quarter. And here we are in Paris, such an incredible city, and obviously a cultural center for the world, but also the heart of the basketball scene in France.
So many great players have gotten their start here, and what a dream it must be for these players to come and play in Paris. It can feel a bit surreal, I can imagine, but everybody on the floor has earned their spots tonight.
Just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Down low. Rob.
Here's Durant.
He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Just 5 to shoot.
Pass to Riyard. Offensive rebound.
Deflected.
It's stolen by Ahern.
Throws it up high.
And Illich with the dunk. And a lot of rumors swirling for Bogey Illich. And some folks close to him feel that this could be his final season.
No announcement yet for Bogey, but there's a small chance that we could be watching the final act of his basketball career. Again, this is all speculation, as Bogey hasn't indicated if this is it for him.
To the paint. Broke loose.
Pass to Barrow. Here's Riyard. He's covered by Ahern.
Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
The fadeaway was about his only option once he decided to shoot. Defender had good position.
Pass to Illich. Screen by Illich. Pass to Portier.
Tries a 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, Portier liked the angle he had and just went up with absolute confidence.
Barrow on the wing. Covered by Portier. Harris with the lead.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
And Illich with the dunk.
Excellent use of the screen and roll. Illich's experience really helps him in these sets.
Here's Durant.
He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Pass to Balwa. Here's Durant.
To end the run. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That was a defensive lapse. You really can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Well, yeah, it was almost a free run to the rim for him.
You got to wonder, what were they thinking?
I really don't know what they were thinking. But hey, momentum can swing on plays like that, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take a cautious approach when it came to defending that one.
Yeah, and usually defensively, the cautious approach is not going to work.
And now is not the time for caution. They've got to start taking some chances, do what they can to shut that lead down, right?
Here's Barrow. Nice D from Portier.
2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
They've been the hotter team in the first half so far, guys.
Well, they've been grinding, working for those high percentage shots, and it's been paying off for them.
And let's see if this success continues to go as we get longer into this game.
And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Paris FC basket ahead, leading by 8. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. If you're just joining us here on 2K Sports, it's Paris FC Basket hosting Marseille Basketball as we get going here in the second half for this FBSL matchup. Well, you look at the French culture, they absolutely love their sports here.
Soccer, or rather, let me be correct here, football is still king and probably always will be. But basketball isn't too far behind now. The popularity of the sport has exploded here the last few years. And with Wemby doing his thing in the NBA, I think it's going to continue to grow.
Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Bourgeois. Marseille trailing. Here's Brisebois. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And he'll be shooting his first free throws. And he lobs it up. And the ball out of play. Marseille will have it.
Just didn't make the catch. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
Parker a screen. Brisebois outside. Pass to Barrow. 6 on the shot clock. Over Ahern. Good on that jump shot. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Shot clock at 6. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Marseille with the ball. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Outside Dupont. Parker a screen. Arrow on the wing. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Pass to Dumont. Lets it go from deep. The shot is good on the assist by Elich.
Well, you just have to follow Pierre Dumont into the corner, or else he's going to light it up.
Now here's Barrow. He's covered by Ahern. And there it is.
And for me, it's just fun to sit back and watch him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing there, just sitting back and watching.
Takes it out to Barrow. And it's Barrow again missing. Outside Elich. No good on the triple. Here's Marseille with the ball. A 4-point game. Here's Bourgeois. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Converting through contact. Bourgeois didn't slow down because of a little bump.
Fires the 3. Marseille basketball pulls it in. In transition, here's Marseille. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Guarded by Dupont. Here's Dumont from the arc. Dupont with the rebound. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so we'll shoot 2 here.
You can't be overzealous in how you guard Barrow, or he'll just beat you with fouling.
And it's tied up with that one. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Guarded Guarded by Dupont. And another miss by Paris. Pass to Barrow. Good yard. 6 to shoot for the lead. It's hauled in by Ledoux.
But he should thank him for that.
Guarded by Dupont. There's the lob to the hoop. And Ledoux with Ledoux.
You could see him give a little nod and then burst to the rim for that alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other.
Looks like they've been playing together for decades.
And that's a great play to make it a close game. Potential momentum builder, if you ask me.
Barrow outside. Here's the floater. It's hauled in by Paris. Left side, Dumont. Here's the three. Up again. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Paris FC basket ahead. They lead by 4. And welcome back. It's the final quarter of action here between both teams making substitutions here. Now called Paris. Paris with the lead. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth here. Oh, and Illich with the jam.
Well, despite his age, Bogdan Illich can still put up big scoring nights and lead this Paris FC basket squad night in and night out.
Freeze ball right side. Shoots over Dumont. Marseille, no good that time either. Here's Paris. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it. They get it again. Boom! He jams it straight down. When you think back to how MP looked at the start of this season, we've seen a lot of growth in this game.
You know, you think back, Blake, you talk about the start of the season, there were some shaky moments. But once he started getting comfortable, you could see everything start to fall in place for him. He's been crucial in the success of Paris FC.
Guarded by Dupont. Pass to Dumont. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Bourgeois.
The defense, they have to be thrilled to see him keep shooting those threes. He has been awful this half. Big time play from Parker. Cool under pressure.
Guarded by Dupont. Mirko a screen. Oh, there's the alley. Oh, and Illich with the jam.
And he pulls off the Houdini-act to then catch it and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd stunned at the sight of that.
Here's Dupont. Scores off the crossover.
Well, it doesn't take a private eye to figure out why they call Dupont Le Egg. He simply soars through the air, and along with Barcelona's Alvarez, has a claim to the best dunker in Europe.
Reminds me a bit of a player named Han Chi, who played a few years over here. You might remember him as the Flying Dragon. They both have the ability to explode off the floor when they take it to the rack.
Ever since halftime, he's been ice cold. Very little going his way.
He's covered by Barrow. Inside, Bourgeois with the steal. Dupont with it. Illich is there. Freeze ball, long range. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And Marseille needed points in Brisbane, calling his own number.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And so they foul intentionally. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And here's Paris. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws good this time. And it's a 7-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Timeout called, Marseille. Barrow outside. Solid defense from Ahern.
And they can just sit on the ball here.
Enjoy it. They've earned the win.
No doubt.
The final horn sounds, and Paris FC gets the win. They have now secured a spot in the EBA tournament, and what a thrill it must be for